Barcelona lost their first game of the season 2-1 to arch rivals Real Madrid, as they were dominant the whole game but couldn't finish everything off. And in this video, we'll be looking at all of the tactics to see how everything went for Barca. But as always guys, please do subscribe to the channel as that will be helping us a lot. We upload 3 times a week, tactical analysis on each Barcelona game, and I will also be linking a Facebook page down below where we could have some discussions on Barcelona games and just topics around FC Barcelona. Let's start with Barcelona's defending, because I thought it was really interesting to see how Barcelona was defending in this particular game. Of course, Barcelona would look to press high, with somebody actually sitting on too much money. Yes, I call him too much money. And up front, to actually waited for whichever side the ball was going to be played to, they would actually go and press that particular centre-back, while the other one would look for the ball to come to the goalkeeper, and that would force Real Madrid actually long. Us having 5 defenders meant that Real Madrid could easily go to the side and actually outnumber us in particular areas on the pitch. But we did see that Felix and Cancelo joined the midfield to create a 5 with Ferran Torres up alone, which means that we could actually go out and press, while at the same time marking too much money, not having him to receive the ball at any time. So the centre-backs mainly had the ball, and Barcelona always tried to have more players than Real Madrid on the flanks. With Barcelona having 3 central defenders, we could actually afford to have Christensen in the midfield. And we know that Real Madrid was looking to use Rodrigo and Vinicius to mark him, and the other one would actually go and press from an angle, and that would force Barcelona to one side. However, they would do this to both ways actually if Rodrigo said Vinicius came from an angle, which forced Barcelona to one side. But that actually helped the overload to Barcelona, and they could play the ball in behind Carvajal on multiple occasions to exploit that space. But Xavi actually had other ideas. He thought that, since Vinicius or Rodrigo is sitting on Christensen, why not let me use him in the centre-back position, which meant that Araujo would have to go wide, which ultimately forced Cancelo to go up even more up the pitch. If Real Madrid wanted to press now, they had to commit more men, and we often saw that Gavi was left in a hole because these guys were looking to press man-to-man. And Gavi often faced or received the ball in these areas in the half space where he could look to drive up the pitch. And this was creating a lot of problems for Real Madrid, especially in the beginning of the game, which meant that Cruz would either have to press Gavi or he has to press Araujo, leaving the other one open. We all knew that Xavi was going to play with a box midfield to even things up in midfield. And we did see that Ancelotti actually ordered Valverde to go back as a 5th centre-back to make it a man-to-man situation. And the double pivot of Cruz and too much money actually played in behind the front 3 as they were trying to press Barca. But the movement of Gundogan and Cruz made it actually difficult for them to have an effective press, because it meant they would have to go man-to-man in this situation with too much money having to press as well, right? If they would both press, that would leave a gap just in behind or in front of their center over their back line, which meant that anybody could get into their midfield. So often Cruz was left alone to actually press the two of Gundogan and Gavi in this instance, and we knew that they were always going to get the ball in midfield. So that is how Barcelona many times got off field. Because their press was so unsuccessful against Barcelona, we saw that Real Madrid was sitting back, and this gave freedom to Barcelona centre-backs to move the ball. And Felix and Fermin actually tried to get the ball in the spaces right next to Real Madrid's double pivot. But them having a back five was actually perfectly fine with this. For an example, if Joao Felix was trying to receive the ball in that area there next to the pivot, Carvajal could actually follow him into that space, right? And they would still have two centre-backs trying to make or like mark Ferran's run into the back line, and Fermin also. But Ferran started dropping towards the ball, trying to actually press somebody or pull him into a press, right? But they still had two players back, so Carvajal could join Rudiger now to defend this. And even if Fermin was actually going to support this run, there would be a 2-on-2, right? Where Carvajal actually followed Felix backwards, right, when he would look to drop towards the ball, we did see Felix now starting to drop even deeper to get on the ball, because he was so tightly marked because of this, and that gave him the space and the time he needed to get on the ball and rather draw a ball towards Carvajal in this instance, leaving Ferran space to run in behind. However, when Lamine Yamal actually came on, we did see that he was now not dropping the same that Felix did. He actually dropped towards the ball into the midfield. This drew Rudiger in particular because he needed to follow Lamine Yamal because he couldn't allow him to turn, right? And should Rudiger actually follow him, that left Robert Lewandowski alone with Alaba to actually get in behind on that defense. And Barcelona also used another very interesting tactic to get them to draw these guys out of position. We did see that they actually used Inigo Martinez to get just on the side, draw them to one side, get him on the side, and then Carvajal had to come and press Inigo, right? And that left a 2-on-2 for Barcelona. Unfortunately, we couldn't use this tactic, or we didn't exploit it as well. But in the end, I do believe that this is very unnecessary for Barcelona. It's an unnecessary loss for us in this season because I feel like Xavi is changing the system way too much. Barcelona don't have a core tactic. We don't have a core game plan where we say, okay, this is how we play. We're just going to tweak one or two things. Xavi often changes way too much in my opinion, and I don't know how you guys feel about this. Please do let me know your tactical review questions and stuff. I do have the double pivot video ready for you guys, so I'm going to drop it right after the tactical review, right? But let me know, what do you guys think down in the comment section below. But as always, guys, thank you very much for watching. It's really nice to make these videos and hear your opinions and comments, guys. Please, like I said, drop it down below, your tactical review questions as well. Please do subscribe to the channel, as that will be helping us a lot to get the family to grow even bigger. We've grown amazingly as a group, as a community over the last 1.5 years. Let's continue growing. Let's keep subscribing, guys, and just enjoy the content for Barcelona. You know, the tactical content that we have on a regular basis in this team. I do want to thank you guys for always supporting me. I don't thank you guys enough, but thank you very much, very much for watching. Goodbye.